miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Off play action. King. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call it brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, when you've got a guy like Marquise Goodwin, a former Olympian, mind you, you've got to devise ways to get the football in his hands, and mission accomplished there. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yet?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Washington 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now King on 3rd and 2. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll just get rid of it. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Running on 1st down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
There we go. Nice move.
Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Washington 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that there he goes, right side. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On second down, here's Gibson again. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good for Washington. First down.
King now on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
big loss here as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go, 50-50. Mike, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw. King looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 146 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
King on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. To throw is King. Off play action. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the left. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sanders here as they run out of the gun, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 16. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gibson again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well-executed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on 4th down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Gibson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Sanders has the 1st down and much more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 187 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts going to take this himself. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Hurts to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Able to power through. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Philadelphia, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston.